Hello, welcome again to Bees Needleworks videos, and today I'm going to be demonstrating detached buttonhole stitch, and this one is really lovely for adding a little bit of dimension to anything that uses long stitch, that you might want it to jump off the fabric a little bit more. Things like tree trunks are fantastic, vines look brilliant in it, fence posts, that sort of thing. So I've just basically put some few long stitches in here just to give you a basis of what I would be working over. Usually what happens is that you would use more floss in the needle, more strands in the needle to work your long stitches, and that's simply because it gives it a little bit of a firmer hold for your buttonhole stitches to work on. You don't have to use the same coloured floss in your needle to work the buttonhole stitch as you do for the long stitch, and sometimes it creates quite interesting effects if you don't, but play around and see what you like. Okay, so basically bring up your needle at the start of your first long stitch, and you're just literally going to work buttonhole stitch in whichever direction is comfortable for you. So I'm going to start this way around. So just take your needle underneath a long stitch, the floss goes around the needle tip, and you pull through. And again, underneath, and pull through. This is actually quite a therapeutic thing to do if you've already worked out your long stitches. You can just sit there and you haven't got to sit and follow a chart or anything. It's all done. So when you get to a point where you come to a junction or whatever it is, so you can jump right across that and just carry on as you were before, and that just locks that into position like that. Or when I get up to the other one, I shall show you what else you can do at a junction. So one more, I think, in there, under the tip, and pull through. So I'm just going to take the needle right down in the middle of that junction, and that secures it. And you'll see as I pull, what it does is it takes the little rolled edge and just lifts it up and turns it over a little tiny bit. And that's actually quite nice, especially if you're trying to work something like a vine or a tree trunk, because it actually looks a bit like twisty bark. So I'm going to come back and do this little one that we missed out earlier. And this time I'm going to come in from this direction just for a bit of a change. And exactly the same underneath, working yarn under the tip and pull. Underneath, working yarn under the tip and pull, and that's probably enough for that one. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one alone for a minute, and I'm just going to show you something else that is quite fun to do. If you've got a very long one to work on, what you can do is start by working in one direction. So I'm working from taking the needle from the right to the left and pulling through, nudging those down to keep them neat, and then for no apparent reason I'm just going to change direction. So now we don't have to do anything, literally, there we are, there was my right to left. I'm just literally going to start working in the opposite direction. So there's my working yarn under the tip and pull it through, and you'll see what happens is that I start to get that lovely twisted up look. So the bark actually looks like it's all gnarled and twisty as it comes up. I know this is blue and it doesn't look anything like bark, but you get the general idea, I'm sure. Anytime you think it's starting to look a little bit baggy and pulling away, all you have to do is pop the needle down more or less in a line, and that secures that long stitch down, and you can bring it up whichever side you like, And away you go again. Let's try this way again now. Oops, come here you. Escaping needle. Pull through. Underneath, under the tip. Whoops, and pull the needle off. There we go. I won't bother rethreading that for now, but you can see exactly what I mean. All the barky type look of it twisting up and spiralling around the trunk of the tree. Have a play with different colours. Try tweeding or blending two different colours of floss in the needle. I tend to find when you're doing this, 2 strands of floss look better when you're working the buttonhole stitch than just one. Leave gaps, which is quite fun if you have a darker colour perhaps underneath. Make your buttonhole stitches very loose and space them out, and you'll actually see the darker colour coming through. And that's how I had got the paper bark effect of one of the tree trunks on my version of Season Sampler. So as I say, play around and see what effects you enjoy. Okay, that's Detached Buttonhole Stitch. Hope you enjoyed it. Pop along to Bees Needleworks videos anytime you want some more tips. Bye!